So I am currently preparing for a small overnight car camping trip. I've hiked 4 of the 6 peaks for the 6-pack of peaks challenge this year, and the weather's getting colder. I figured I've done 4. I might as well knock out the 6 just to say I did the 6-pack again. I did mostly sub peaks this year. I did 2 of the original 6, which were Baldy and San Gorgonio, but I think for the remaining peaks I'm going to just do 2 that I've never done. So my plan is to drive out into the mountains out near Rancho Cucamonga tonight and stay at the trailhead and car camp. It's not the weekend, but on the weekends the trailhead is full. They say by like 6:30 or 7. So I figured I would just, you know, drive out, and I'm gonna try and see if I can park at the trailhead and just sleep in my car at the trailhead. If that doesn't work, if there's rangers up there and I get kicked out, I'll just find somewhere close by to sleep in my car. There's a bunch of like mountain road pull-offs on the way up anyways. So if not, the plan is to stay at the Ice House Canyon trailhead and wake up, have some breakfast, and just get right out on the trail and hike. So I definitely bought way more stuff than I needed for a day hike, but you know, whatever. Doesn't hurt to have some stuff to bring home tomorrow. Yeah, let's get back on the road, get up into the mountains, find somewhere to camp. Well, I officially made it to the Ice House Canyon trailhead. The whole parking lot's pretty much empty. There's a couple cars. I think some people are doing the same thing I am and just sleeping in their car, so they can get a jump start on the hike in the morning. I'm gonna cook some dinner here in a second. I'm just kind of taking a little break after driving an hour and a half, so drive wasn't too bad. Drive up the mountains is sketchy in the dark, that's for sure, but I've done worse. Definitely have done worse. So yeah, get some dinner going in a minute, and hopefully I can get some decent sleep out here. So I had to fill out a day use permit here, just in case anything happens or you run into a ranger. You don't want to get caught without a permit or you can get fined. But I'm gonna get moving here. I'm freezing. I don't have my coat on, so I'm getting on trail at about 7. It's a little after 7. it's okay. I always end up waking up tossed, turning, and not in the bed, but yeah, that was the way to do it. That parking lot just started filling up, and it was a weekday, so I think there's some cabins up on this trail, so. Well, I already had to stop and put the puffy on. It is chilly up here right now. I'm gonna filter some water before I head up. Nice stream here. I'm gonna grab some water here just because I went through pretty much most of what I brought with last night and this morning. Filter some water and get moving. I think that's where another trail breaks off, but we're going towards Ice House Saddle.
I didn't handle any crazy shit that happened with the robot, with the computer. That's my job in the OR. Outside of it.
I'm about halfway up to the saddle, I think. I already had to lose the puffy. It got way too hot, way too quick. I knew that would happen. And I think the temperature's gone up at least 10 degrees in an hour since the sun's coming up. As soon as that sun peeks over, it's gonna get real hot. So, even out in California, we're starting to get some fall colors. It's just kind of a nice sight to see. There is the Ice House Saddle. I am slowly making my way up these switchbacks to the saddle. And I think I'm almost there. At least half mile or something. Nice to be out here. It's nice and cool. I forgot how pretty this trail is. I was out here in 2017. Did Cucamonga Peak. I am also loving this beautiful view of Mount Baldy up there. See the Baldy Bowl. Been looking at that as I've been hiking up all morning. Pretty awesome. I just jumped on the trail to Ontario Peak. Beautiful view of Mount Baldy back there. I'm loving this. I think the hard climbing's done. Getting up to the Ice House Saddle. This has been pretty flat as I'm starting it. I think it's like 3 miles maybe to Ontario Peak, but it's 1,000 feet of climbing over 3 miles versus I just did like 2,500. So this must be Kelly Camp. This would be a killer place to hike up to and camp at. It's just nice and flat everywhere. Beautiful. Gonna put that one on the list. There's nobody up here either. And it is 9:30 a.m. If I came up here, I would definitely be rolling out of my tent about now. So let's keep heading for Ontario Peak. I am on my way up to the peak. Had a nice saddle view there. First time looking over into the Inland Empire. I'm at about 8,200 feet. I think the peak is around 86, so realistically I don't have that much climbing left. And this is a great hiking trail. It's not nearly as rocky as Gorgonio or some of the last ones I did, which makes much faster hiking because you're not trying to navigate your way down the rocks the entire time. There's a little bit here and there, but overall it's a relatively chill trail, I guess. So I'm not 100% sure if that's the summit. On my map it looks like it is, but I've heard rumors of a false summit on this peak, so I'm guessing that's probably the false summit. Oh, killer camp spot right there. Right on the ridge. But I'm getting close. There is the Inland Empire out yonder. I think that's either San Jacinto out there. Yeah, it looks like it. Head to the top. Yeah, definitely a false summit. I can see the trail goes all the way to that peak there. I think that peak is just a little bit higher than what's over here. So this was like one of the easiest climbs to a summit that I've ever done, honestly. Like usually you're just trudging towards the top. This one, it's just like, oh, it's just right up there. The trail's been pretty calm the whole way up. There's only one other person I saw on this trail since the Ice House saddle. Everyone else is probably doing Cucamonga. Definitely on my way to the top. I just hit a little section of switchbacks, and now I'm breathing heavy. A little bit of elevation gain every time just makes it that much, a little bit more challenging each couple hundred feet. Granted, this one's not that high, it's under 9,000 feet, so there it is. Yo Peak. Up on this rock. That's a pretty amazing view right there. Gotta sign the trail log. So I am on my way down from the peak. A little bummed there was no sign up there to take a photo with, but nice lady I met was nice enough to take a few photos for me, standing next to the big tree. And I got up there a little faster than I thought I would, so I spent a little more time just eating lunch and relaxing at the peak, which I normally sit there for about 30 minutes and then start making my way down, but it's about 11:30. I'll be able to get all the way down in probably, I'm hoping like 2 hours maybe. If I'm hiking pretty fast, it's much easier to hike fast down trails like this one. You don't have to pay as much attention because it's not as rocky as hikes like Gorgonio, for instance. That one was really hard to get a pace going on the way down because you have to pay attention to almost every single step you take, where this one you can kind of just walk fast and it's not as big of a deal. But yeah, just head down, enjoy the views. These views are phenomenal. What a great viewpoint of Baldy. You can see Baden Powell over there, and then Cucamonga Peak is right nearby. So, catch up with you guys in a little while. So I just left Ice House Saddle and I'm on my way back down to the car. I am pooped. It's hard to get good sleep when you car camp, and when you regular camp, it's hard to get good sleep if you're used to sleeping in a regular bed every day. I started to get used to it when I was on the Arizona trail. When you're doing it every single night, it just starts to feel like home after a while, and then when you get to sleep in a hotel, you start to kind of miss the tent. So it's funny how that works. At the parking lot. Oh, I cruised down pretty fast. Oh, was hard. It was a hard trail. On the way down, real rocky. Made it. Sweet hike. Glad it's done. I'm hungry.